Hello everyone, I'm Silverraptor and welcome back to another Wargame Red Dragon deck creation video. So, as one of you subscribers or commenters posted down in the video for our next nation deck we are going to be doing, it is going to be the, let me go get that, the Dutch-German Corps. One Dutch-German Corps later. So we're going to have the Dutch German coalition. Put a little one there for our first coalition. And we're going to get into it. Now, Dutch-German coalition is a pretty strong coalition, as they especially have pretty good tanks. But let's go into the logistics tab, same as always. So let's see what we have to work with. So we are probably going to just get a German fob. We'll probably get the mat trap and okay, man carry 6x6 is that much. That's only 800 liters, so we're going to get that. So that covers all of our supply. Now for CV, we've got options. So we could get this YPR, or we can get the YP408. But if we get 4, one's cheaper than the other. Let's see, what is the difference? Well, the other CB has medium optics, so they can see stuff sneaking on it a little bit better. But it's not amphibious, which the YPR is. I think we are going to go with the YPR. And that will do it for now. We are a coalition, so we don't have as many activation points. Need to be mindful of that. And now we need to figure out what we are going to be bringing in terms of troops. Now I'm just going to get the MvvLEkxFGOKzAukLJCsSwg and the Fuchs Milan just temporarily. I want to see, just so that I can compare later on. We could get Grenadiers. But if we compare Grenadiers to Jaegers, and Jaegers are pretty good. They've got basically the same accuracy with the same weapon. They've got a better AP RPG, and they've got a better light machine gun due to the fact that it has a lot more rounds per minute. So if it comes down to it, we are probably going to get the Jaegers. Corps Mariners. Compare them to the Fochman Jaeger 90s, so they're the same price. And Corps Mariner are very accurate in their guns, but a little bit faulty on the fire rate. Let's compare the Corps Mariner 95s to the Fochman Jaeger 90s. And let's see here. The Corps Mariner 95s don't have as good RPG or base fire for the assault rifle, but they are more accurate with their mini-me. Close quarter combat machine gun. I think we are going to stick with the Fuchs Milan. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we'll stick with the Fuchs Milan. We could get the Milan 2 pair. Probably want to get some Panzer Grenadiers. Just want to briefly brush up once more time on the difference between the 5-point difference, and the 5-point difference is pretty significant. So we'll get some Panzer Grenadier 90s and Marder 2s, because Marder 2s are awesome. Now we are pretty expensive on the infantry. We need cheaper infantry. We need it pretty quickly. So we can have to compare it between the Stortruppen or the Stortruppen 95. The Stortruppen don't have a stabilizer on their light machine gun, but it is close quarters combat, so they can fire. But they have worse fire rates than the Stortruppen 95. They actually get a downgrade, the 95 variant. And what I mean by downgrade is they're 10% less accurate, even though it has one more AP power. Not really worth it. And the regular Stortruppen have the FAL. Yes, it falls off a bit in terms of rounds per minute, but it's got longer range, And it's also highly more accurate. Let's see. So we get 15 availability. Storage 95. We also get 15. AMX, YPR. AMX has 3 front armor. Since this is amphibious. Okay. We're going to get Stotrupen. Oh, hang on. I need to double check before I get ahead of myself. Let's compare the Stotrupen to the Jaegers. Stotrupen have a more accurate light machine gun, so it kind of makes up for the lack of rounds per minute, if just barely. And they've also got more accuracy on their FAL and more rounds per minute. They've also got more accuracy and better RPG, and they are shock trained. Yep, we're going to go with Stotrupen instead of Jaegers this game. Okay, so we have the Volpug 95s. I do like the Volpug 95s, but they are only 15 AP power. Thinking. Okay. Do we really need... You know what? I'm not going to do the Volksmann 90s. We need to have a different troop. We could double up on Panzer Grenadiers 55, or get more Stotrupen for cheaper. Or if we could go the militia brute for fun. Okay, I'm just curious, which is the better militia? And looks like the Himashutsen is the better militia because it's more accurate, 1 more AP power. Yes, it suffers from rounds per minute, but would fix up our numbers. We are going to have... Okay, so we've got pretty shock-trained infantry. We've got 26 regular shock-trained infantry in the Marder 2s and the cheaper Stotrupen. We could get a lot of Himashutsen. This is difficult. Jaegers, we can get lots of Jaeger. That's right. Or let's just double up on Stotrupen. Yeah, let's just double up on Stotrupen, and then we'll get the Milan to Milan combination. And we need A. The Dutch only get Stingers, and they get Flaggerfausts. So we'll get Flaggerfaust, and we'll also get them in Milan, so we have a little bit more anti-tank support with the Flaggerfaust too, and also Milan's are amphibious. Yes, they are. Support tab. And we've got artillery, we've got cheetahs. Now, the cheetahs and the Flak Panzer equivalent are the same. The West Germans do get the Flak Panzer A2. So we'll get that. We got mortars here. We've got the Dutch long-range artillery. Oh, yes. We've got missiles, finally, that are not radar. So that will give us a huge advantage right there. And we can get regular Eyehawks. I think we're going to get the cheetahs, because the cheetahs have a different kind of radar dish than the Flak Panzer. There'll be our cheaper radar AA. We'll just do quick organization skills. Okay. Good there. We could get the Lance for the tactical long-range missile. You know what? I think we'll do that. We're going to do that, and then we need to figure out what kind of mortar we're going to get. This is fast. What's this compared to the Germans? Oh. the Germans have a longer range 5 HE power mortar. Well, let's go get that. All right, so we got our smoke, we got our nuke from afar. Well, it's not really a nuke. And we've got our anti-air craft, and then we've got our anti-helicopter. Now let's go to the tank tab department. And let's see. So this is why they're good with the tanks. You can get the Leopard 2A5 and the Leopard 2A5 NL. Now the fun fact is that the Leopard 2A5 is better than the Leopard 2A5 NL purely because of the machine gun on top of it. Because it's got 10% more accuracy. I kid you not, that's the only difference, and that's why the Leopard 2A5 is technically better than the Leopard 2A5 NL. So basically, you could get them both. Like, for example, I could just throw both in, and now we have 4 Leopard 2A5s ready to kick butt into action. But that is pretty expensive. We definitely need cheaper tanks, like a Kyler. And do we want the 2A1? Or the Leopard 2? Medium optics. I will just do Leopard 2A1 and the Kyler to back it up. And then we could get Centurions. But we'll come back to that because we need to be very mindful on our points. Yep. Leopard Verkenning. Mix that with the Leopard 2A1. That's why we want the Leopard 2A1, because we have our cheaper tank. It's basically in competition with the Kyler. Leopard Verkenning is a very good tank, very good gun. So, enemies beware of that. Do we want BGS or these guys? What's the difference? Okay, sell me. Why are you 15 points more? It's because you're not militia. And I'm not sold on that. Okay, this has an autocannon on top. Ooh, yes, gotta get that tiger. Then we can get the looks too. Exceptional optics. That's a bit too much devotion. Okay, we are going to get these guys. Oh god, no, I'm not going to get into Milan. That Milan will never hit. In a million years. We are going to get these guys really cheaped up. And we could get Fernspar. But I think, if anything, we'll probably get another Leopard Verkenning. So I'm just going to do that for the time being. Get these guys over here, there. Get this over here. And we'll put the Leopard Verkennings at the end, just really reorganizing everything. And I might come back and delete the Leopard Verkenning. But so we have a lot of tanks. We've got 4 Leopard 2A5s. We've got 9 2A1s. We've got 14 Verkennings and 11 Kylers. So that's a lot of tanks. Vehicle tab. I highly doubt I'll pick anything in the vehicle tab, but I'm just going to go over it because I haven't looked at it in a while. I was right. I'm not picking anything in the vehicle tab. Okay, now, this is something that the Dutch have that the West Germans don't, and that is decent helicopters, like the Apache. So, oh, glorious Apache, all trained up. We are going to need your 16 Hellfire missiles, as well as the escort to be able to drop the rocket pods. That will definitely help out with our infantry. Okay, aircraft. We've got the Block 1. The Block 1 is decent for 90 points, and we can get 3 hardened. Or the F-16A MLU. Probably going to get that, because these, we can get 2 vetted up. We can get an anti-tank variant mix. Or we can get the cluster variant. Hang on. Okay, anti-tank, basically tankety tank, and we've got a fair amount of anti-tank missiles. Yeah, we'll get a cluster bomber. That should do. Rocket plane, no thank you. We could get napalm. Tornado ECR. Tornado IDS. Let's see. Well, seed is always good. And okay, let's compare bombers. We'll select all bombers. Doesn't do anything. Multi-roll. There we go. Okay, so we've got the F-16 Block A or the Tornado IDS. So the primary role is those 4 500-kilogram bombs strapped onto the bottom of them. And for cheaper, the Tornado IDS is better. What do I mean better? They have basically the same missiles, they have the same bombs, which is what you need. The Tornado IDS does have a slightly worse turn radius, but it's still pretty fast. It's got exceptional air detection, so it can see enemy aircraft pretty well. And it's got 10% more ECM, and it's cheaper than the F-16 block. So for our bomber, we're going to get the Tornado IDS. Put the Tornado ECR. That's not the ECR. Where's the ECR? There's the ECR. Okay. So we have air superiority fighter, cluster, regular bomber, seed missiles. And now we've got one more activation point, which means we actually can get a vehicle tab unit. Hey, look at that. Okay, so we can get the Laro Tow 2, which is fast, off-road. We can get the Martyr VTS-1, which is basically our very cheap fire support kinetic rounds. Or we could get Flak Panzers for funds. Have a lot of infantry. Well, our cheapest tanks are only 65. Okay, this is going to be our emergency stash of gunfire. We want to get hardened up Martyr VTS-1s because I don't see myself spamming these guys in the combat. Alright, so we'll get our typical blue 4 payload out. Let's get these guys. Yep. And that. Yep. And then we got to get the Etendards and reorganize as such. And we've got ourselves a Dutch-German coalition. So we'll be playing with this deck next time in the next episode. I do all thank you so much for watching. If you have any other deck ideas, please leave them down in the comments down below. And I'll see you all in the next video.